Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me today, and Merry Christmas. It's officially Christmas season. Even though I started decorating a couple of weeks ago, I can say Merry Christmas now. But today I'm going to be baking a second batch of freezer cookies, and I'm going to make the dough. I'm going to make it 3 different ways, and then we're going to put them in the freezer, and then whenever I have a party or I need some cookies baked, all I have to do is pull out one of these rolls of cookies. Now, this first batch that I did using this recipe, and it's so easy, I can't believe I've not ever done this before, but the first roll I made were cranberry walnut, and then I have an oatmeal raisin. That's my dad's favorite cookie. And then I have the basic chocolate chip roll. Now, these have been made, rolled up, and I saved my paper towel tubes, cut them down the middle, wrap the dough in saran wrap, and I'll show you how to do all that. And then I pack them in these to keep their shape, and then wrap them in parchment paper. So I've got chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, and walnut cranberry already in the freezer. And all you have to do is thaw them a little bit and slice them and bake them. But today I'm going to show you from the beginning how to make the basic cookie dough, and then you split it 3 ways or ever how many ways you want to, and make different varieties from that basic cookie dough. So today I'm going to be doing kind of like a Reese's cookie. I've got peanut butter chips, and then I've got cocoa. So I'm going to make those chocolate peanut butter chips. Chocolate chip and walnut, and I may even toss in some white chocolate chips. But there's just so many things you can do with this recipe, so that's why I wanted to share with you today. Go ahead and start making these up. Have them in the freezer when you get close to Christmas and you've got to take a plate of cookies or goodies, or you've got people coming over. You just pop this out the freezer and bake them, and you're done. So the ingredients for the basic recipe are, make sure I'm giving it to you right, 1.5 cups of butter that has been softened, 2 cups of sugar. You're going to need 4 eggs at room temperature. Let's see, we need 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and I have that in here. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And that's all you need for the basic cookie dough. And once we make this, I'll show you how we divide it up and make the different varieties. So let's get started. In the mixer, I'm going to be creaming the sugar. So I'm putting in the 2 cups of sugar and the softened 1.5 cups of butter, and I used real butter, and I'm just going to beat this in the mixer until it's nice and creamy. Okay, now I'm going to be adding in the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and just stop the mixer for a moment and push down the sides, making sure everything gets good and incorporated. And then the 4 room temperature eggs, I'm going to add in 1 yolk at a time. Let that mix a little bit, and then add another yolk. Let it mix until all of the yolks have been incorporated into the sugar butter mixture. Now is the time to add the flour, salt, and baking soda, and I sifted all those ingredients together, And now I'm just going to be adding a little bit at a time, letting the mixer do the work for me. Now this is the basic sugar cookie dough recipe. So if you didn't want to add anything to it, if you just wanted to make a big batch of sugar cookie dough, then this is all you need to do. I would highly recommend you chill it first before rolling it out to make cookies. But to this dough, we're going to make several different kinds of cookies. So stay with me, we got a lot more to do. Okay, now we're going to divide this dough into 3 batches. So I just kind of eyeballed it and took out a little bit of the dough and put it in 3 separate bowls. One bowl will be just plain for sugar cookies because I haven't done that yet. And the other 2 bowls will be a flavored cookie. I'm going to do the white and chocolate chip with walnut cookies, and then kind of like a Reese's peanut butter cookie with the peanut butter chocolate chips and the cocoa powder. Okay, first up, the Reese's peanut butter chocolate cookies. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of just regular baker's cocoa, and then a half a bag of the peanut butter Reese's chips, and then just going to stir that together. That's all you need to do. That's it. Everything else is in the cookie. So we're just going to make these. These actually are my husband's favorite. He loved these cookies, so he's going to have plenty to eat over the holidays. After everything's been mixed well, I'm going to spoon this batter into a little bowl, cover it with some plastic wrap, and put this in the refrigerator and let it chill for about an hour. It is a very sticky dough, and it does work much better if you let it chill down. Alright, our next batter, I'm adding in a half a cup of chopped walnuts, about a half a cup of the white chocolate chips, and half a cup of the regular chocolate chips. We're just going to mix that just like we did the other bowl. After I mix this, I'll also put it in a little bowl, wrapped it with some saran wrap, and put it in the refrigerator and just let it chill for about an hour. And then once I take it out, I'm going to share with you how easy it is to roll this into a log. So into the refrigerator for 1 hour. Our dough is now chilled, and I'm just going to slip it out. I've rolled out a piece of plastic wrap onto the counter, and I'm going to show you how you can keep your hands nice and clean by pulling up the 2 sides of saran wrap and covering the cookie dough. We're going to roll this into a log. And as you can see, I'm using my hands to kind of smooth it out, stretch it out, and then we're going to roll it. And after you do this a couple of times, it's so easy. Then I'm going to wrap it again with 1 more piece of saran wrap. Now once I've gotten it to the desired length, there's that paper towel tube that I've cut a slit in. I'm just going to wrap this around the cookie dough, and this just kind of helps to form it and let it hold its shape while it's in the freezer so it stays nice and round. Then I'm going to wrap it in parchment paper and label the outside of the paper with the name of this cookie, and then we're just going to stick it in the freezer. Now it's several hours later. I've got the chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin, cranberry walnut coconut, the black and white chocolate chip walnut cookies, and the chocolate peanut butter chip cookies, all ready to give a taste test. So here is the Reese's cookie. So I'm just taking a sharp knife. Now these are still frozen. They're thawed very, very slightly. And then I'm just going to thinly slice off some cookies. But I'm going to let my husband and my dad sample these to see which ones are their favorites. And here is the cookie sheet all loaded up with the cookies. I did let them thaw before I put them in a 350 oven for about 12 minutes. And there are the beautiful cookies, and they are all delicious. But the possibilities are endless. Whatever you like, whatever kind of nut or berry or chocolate chip, you can just make up your own batches, and these are so good and so easy. So I hope you will try this and go ahead and get your freezer stocked with some cookie dough. And then during the busy holidays, all you have to do is pull out one and bake them. So let me know what you think about this, and if you give it a try, I'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas from my house to yours. Blessings to all.